Hey fam, welcome to another Kelly Short. It's just what I'm playing with right now. Anyway, in this video, I wanted to talk about the truth that happiness comes from the inside. This was really key in my last client's process, was remembering that happiness is fostered, like lasting happiness is fostered from the inside. And just to kind of break it down, so often in our culture, we're brought up, taught and programmed that, the things out there are going to give me the happiness, right? The material things, the raise, the new job, the buying of the house, hitting all of these kind of material goals, or even having so many followers or taking that trip. Now, there's nothing wrong with the exterior things, like travel is great, promotions are great, finding, your partner, having an amazing boyfriend, they're great. They're all beautiful, positive, fun experiences we can have in this human life. However, if we keep our if we think that all of our happiness lies in those things, then what happens when they're taken away, or when, we don't get them? We feel, unempowered in a sense. It's then how do you access happiness if you don't have those things, the money or the car or the boyfriend or the girlfriend or whatever. And that's the deception of it, is that we can honor and love those things and really enjoy the pleasure and the amazingness that they bring, or even just the pleasure of reading an amazing book, or eating amazing food. It's great. We're here to enjoy life. And, the lasting peace and truth and happiness really comes from inside. And that's how you to cultivate that, because then when something does happen, or you don't get the promotion, or you don't get the job, or no one shows up to your event, you're okay with that. And that comes from inside. And that's where the inner work comes, in the sense of learning to love yourself, really tapping into your beauty and your honor and your dignity as just you being you, and knowing that you have the power to control your thoughts. We are conscious beings, For a lot of us, so much of our life, we were kind of just running on autopilot, but now it's everyone's waking up and we're all oh, actually, what I've been thinking, what I was programmed to think growing up, that there's lack, that, I'm not worthy, or I'm only worthy if I do 80 hours of work a week or whatever. All of this is bullshit. And actually, I can love myself just being myself. And I can pause and I can respond to life in an open manner. So another way, that this, happiness comes from the inside is when something happens that might seem negative or like a loss. When you learn to have kind of control or mindfulness over your thoughts and responses, you can be oh, this is an opportunity for me to grow. What is this teaching me? How can I evolve into my fullness from this? And okay, whatever does not land for me, was not meant for me, and there is something better. And so all of that work is what the inner work does and is for. And that's where you land, and your happiness comes from the inside, because then you don't fear anything. You don't fear the loss of a job. You don't fear, the loss of a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You know that whatever comes and goes in your life is okay and is meant for you at that time to come or go. And all throughout it, you're here watching it come and go and just saying thank you, and that is the truth, and where the true lasting peace and happiness comes from. I hope that helps.